Hello, Assalamu alaikum. How are you all? I hope that you all are doing great and having fun in learning English. If not, then you are at right place. So today we are going to talk about a short topic that will be of 20 to 25 minutes. It will be regarding upgrading your English skills. So let's talk about it. The screen is visible to all of you. Okay, so here is a blog post that we are going to cover today, and that is 10 communication problems and mistakes we all make. Now, what is the major problem when it comes to communication skills? Actually, there is a language barrier. Whenever it comes to talking to others, there is a language barrier. हमेशा जब भी हम किसी से बात करते हैं, तो सबसे ज्यादा हमें प्रॉब्लम क्या आती है? हमें प्रॉब्लम आती है लैंग्वेज की. Language is a big problem. So, how can we improve our communication skills by removing our language barriers? First of all, you can learn a language that will help you to speak, to talk to people, and to make your message very much clarifying. Okay. So, how are you? And what's your good name? Which participant joined? Yes, you can use your chat box and tell me about your name so we can move forward. Hello. How are you? Oh, Hinesh. How are you, Hinesh? Yes, I'm doing great. So, how's your stuff going on? Like, how's your journey going on regarding, and tell me which kind of problems you are facing in your field right now regarding communication? Yes, you can unmute yourself and you can share the problem so that this session will be molded according to that.
Hi, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good. What about you?
Yes, I'm also good.
Hmm. How's your journey going on?
I guess you, if recall, I have moved from Pakistan.
Hmm. Yeah.
So I'm right now in Bahrain.
Okay. How are the things there?
Quite change from Pakistan, cultural difference.
Hmm.
People are so different. But
Hmm.
something is that there are many countries, people from many countries, from
Hmm.
India, from Philippines, from Africa.
Hmm.
So multiple uh,
Okay,
culture.
so which kind of communication problems you are facing there?
Actually, first is I don't understand the Arabic language, which is the native language here. Second problem, to understand the English from Arabic people is also something sometimes tough. And then the Kerala people also speak English in different way. From India,
Hmm.
they also speak in unique style. So to understand them sometimes become difficult. Otherwise, things going fine.
Okay, that's great. So, tell me, what do you think? Which kind of communication, like, okay, you are saying that you have language problems there, right?
Yes, to understand the what they are saying, the word means we have sometimes idea. We have only what heard about the native English people. So if Arabic people is speaking English in front of you, sometimes it become difficult to understand the word they are saying.
Hmm. The
So maybe
accent
like
varies, right? Yeah,
yes.
you're right. So, how can you improve your accent? Let's talk about it today. So, it will be helpful to you too. So, if you want to improve your accent, first of all, you really need to focus on which kind of like community you are living in, which kind of community you are living in. You know, accent varies. We have UK accent, we have US accent, and Canadian accent is pretty much different, right, Dinesh? So try to listen to some of the videos all the time. Tell me, do you have free time to listen to the videos?
Mm, yes, I have some free time as compared to the Karachi routine. So here, a little bit more free time.
Good. So in that free time, you can listen to those accent people specifically where you are living in right now, right, Hinesh? Like if you are living in the community where Canadian accent is really common, so you can go to the YouTube and listen to some of the talk shows, or you can listen to the specific channel news. News is the best way. I would suggest you listen to their news channels. Your listening power will be improved through it. Okay, Hinesh?
Okay.
Okay,
But again, the
yes, you can unmute yourself, Hinesh. Yes, you can unmute yourself. Uh, Unmute yourself.
Yes, okay. It's a good idea to like watch the native channels, either English, USA or Canada. But what about these people? Should I listen the videos how they speak English? If I we are living like in Arabic culture also to
Yeah,
understand the English.
of course. Yes, of course. What I would suggest you is listen to the news with English subtitles. Then you will better be able to understand the Arabic accent also. If you want to learn any language, listen to that language as much as you can. Like if you want to adopt Canadian accent, listen to the Canadian news. And if you want to learn Arabic language, so you can go with the same stuff. Listen to Arabic podcast, listen to Arabic stuff as much as you can, but with English subtitles. It will improve your both languages. You getting my point? There is not a
Yes,
specific
yes.
there is not a specific hours that you need to spend or specific minutes that you need to spend to learn any language. It's up to you how willing you are to learn that language. So today our topic is about communication, that how can you improve your communication skills. That's the first point, actively listening. You know about active listening, Dinesh, right?
Yes.
What is it?
Like we utilize our all senses while someone is speaking,
Yeah.
like catch it must it's possible the
Hmm.
message.
Yes, it means that you have to actively listen to other person and you have to respond according to that. You need to maintain the eye contact and you focus, your attention should be towards that person, that's what that person is trying to say. So the first thing, very easy, actively listening. If you actually listen to the native speakers, maybe you have experienced this thing, that some of the time you can understand what they're trying to say through expressions, right? Through
Yes.
non-verbal stuff, through non-verbal, like body language comes, expressions come. So when you won't be able to understand that what they are trying to say, you can assess, you can judge what they are trying to say through their body language, through their facial expressions. So that's the first thing, actively listening. I would suggest you go to the TEDx talks and listen to some of the Canadian speakers there. That how can you improve your active listening? Okay, second thing is, okay, tell me, Hinesh, uh have you done any kind of presentation stuff there?
Not yet. Actually, these are still initial days, so no such field work right now. Still in the office work. So I guess maybe in the next few days I have to prepare some presentation or like that. Yeah.
If you have to prepare some kind of presentations, then I would suggest you this thing. In presentations, ask questions. After delivering your stuff, if you think that some people are not getting your point, so try to ask the questions or try to take some questions from your colleagues or from you can say members, from your clients, so that it will be very much clarifying, right, Hinesh?
Try to take the question from them. Rather,
Yeah,
I ask.
yeah, rather than you ask them, first of all, take their queries, so that their perspective regarding your presentation will be very much clear. But if you will straightly ask to their questions and they are not getting what you are trying to say, then there will be a gap, there will be a barrier.
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about the next one. Next one is assuming you know the message before the person finishes. Okay, so let's read what is written here. I hope that you guys are getting this one, assuming you know the message before the person finished. Anyone would like to explain this, what is written in this one? Yes. Anyone would like to? Okay, Fahad just joined. So, yes, Hinesh, you can tell me what do you think? What is in this line, assuming you know the message before the person finishes? Yes.
I guess it sometimes become we wrongly understand the message. If we try to jump into the end before the person finish its message.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. It means that before actually listening to other, we are assuming that, yeah, you are trying to say this, you are going to say this. I know that. It's a very bad thing. You need to avoid it. When it comes to presentations, when it comes to formal or informal communication, you really need to avoid this thing. You need to be patient. If you want to become a good speaker, if you want to be listened, if you want that other people listen to you carefully, first listen to them. Because everyone wants to be listened, everyone wants to be heard. So first, listen to their perspective, understand, absorb, and then respond according to that. Rather than predicting, I know what you are trying to say. No one would like this kind of behavior, that kind of stuff, right? That's the second thing. These tips are smaller tips, but they will be really helpful to you. Interrupting the speaker. Okay. So what do you think? What is your perspective? We need to interrupt speaker. If any person is giving a presentation, we need to interrupt that person or not. What do you think? Or we wait for them to finish and then we can ask the question. What do you think? Yes, Fahad, what do you think? If a speaker is saying something, then
Assalamualaikum, ma'am. I think we should listen carefully and listen the whole speech and what he was presenting in his speech. If someone doing, we should let the complete him to describe what the topic he's presenting. Then at the end we have a question. We should return all the question, all the queries in our notebook. Then we should ask the question at the end of the speech.
hmm, good. What do you think, Hinesh? If you are not getting anything, then what do you think? We need to stop them or ask that we are not getting what you are trying to say, or we need to listen to them and then wait for them to finish? What do you think?
Most of the time, I think we should wait, but sometimes it happens that the thing is very tricky or like that. So all concepts are linked with it. I guess in this situation, we can like every time it happens that either one or two people in the during the presentation or like that they may ask the question. Generally it happens that the question answer session is very limited or it's just only a formality. So to get the answer of the very important question in the very last, sometimes not possible. So I guess sometimes this approach is also it should be acceptable.
Yeah, that's true. Both of you are correct. Sometimes when we are not getting anything, so rather than wasting the whole presentation or whole stuff, and at the end we are saying, hey, listen, we are not get even a single word, right? So you can stop them sometimes, but not all the time. But if you are getting and you have a question regarding information, then you can ask that question at the end. But if there is something, there is a problem that you are not even getting what the topic is, then you can go with that approach that Hinesh you have discussed. Next one, using you statement instead of I statement. See, that is the big thing. People would love to listen to you when you talk about them. If you will talk about yourself, they don't want to listen you. Like if I say, I think that this is important, that I want to do this, I am explaining. So I'm all the time talking about myself. So you feel bored. Rather than discussing about your problems, I'm saying, I am facing this problem. And then I can, if I'll say, you are facing this problem, so I'm discussing this lecture today. Then you will listen to it properly, right? That is a really important thing. If you want to be listened, you need to understand this thing that it's not about you, it's about them. So rather than saying that rather than becoming self-centered or a narcissist person, you can talk about their problems, their failures, their issues, their queries, their answers. That is the main thing. Next one, letting your emotions dictate your response. What do you think? A person who is emotional can become a good communicator or not? Well, we have seen a lot of actors through their emotions are communicating in a very better way. What do you think? Yes, Fahad, you can unmute yourself. What do you think?
I think when we have to decide something, and when you should we should know all the pros and cons of our emotional act. I think we sit some seconds to think about it and then reply something.
Okay, good. Yes, Hinesh, what do you think?
Yes, actually, it directly linked with me. So I sometimes usually face this situation whenever what I say, take things emotionally, then can't understand properly. So it's yes, a true connection between both these.
Hmm. Yes, we have talked about empathetic listening in our confident communication course. What is empathetic listening? It means your emotions are involved. Like if you are listening to them, then you can show through your emotion that you are getting them. If you will create an emotional bridge, like maybe you are telling about your life story, you are telling about the problems that you have faced. Through this thing, you can emotionally grab to like what happened in religious months, like in Ramadan, or maybe any kind of religious month of any religion. They start creating ads according to that, and they attach. Like if there is a Coke ad, like Coca-Cola ad, they are like they are donating money in that month, becoming so religious. They are grabbing the attention by emotionally creating a bridge. So it's like that. A good communicator always know that how can you create a bridge. Let me tell you, augmenting here is a salesperson menu, augment new. You can listen to them. He is a really good speaker, not a speaker, a salesperson. You can say top 10 salespersons. The first one is this one, Mendino or Mendino, whatever the name is. You can listen to their speeches, listen to their seminars. You will have an idea how he create a story and create a really strong bridge between him and the audience. When you will listen to that speaker, and also one more, Zig Ziglar, this one. Listen to these two speakers. These two speakers create excellent, they create a very good example of empathetic listening. I would suggest you go. on YouTube and listen to them. You will have an idea. That's why I'm suggesting you these two speakers. When it comes to understanding the emotions of audience and creating the whole scene, failing to account for cultural differences in communication. Okay, when it comes to cultural differences, so non-verbal body language matters a lot. Dinesh, you have an idea about it, that when there is a cultural difference, so how can you engage through body language, through gestures, through expression? So if you want to master this art too, you can do one thing: go with a language that is convenient for them to understand, right? If you think that English is a language that not everyone, but people can understand, people have know-how, little bit know-how of this language, so try to learn that kind of language that will connect both of you and understand non-verbal language. If you want to understand the non-verbal language, again, I will recommend you TEDx talks. You will have an idea that how through each of your gesture, even if you are looking to other person, even if you are laughing, smiling, standing with a cross leg, standing with the open leg, standing with a, you can say, like straightly, or your shoulders are very lenient, your shoulders are like slouching. So it's really important that you have to focus on your body language, because no one would love to talk to that kind of people whose body language is very dull, very boring. So try to learn that how can you create a very agile body language. Like your shoulders should be straight but not arrogant. There's a gentle smile on your face, your way of talking. Doesn't matter which culture or which language you are talking in. The thing that matters is you should talk politely. And last one, misinterpreting the message. What do you think? You have to explain this to me. I've explained to you the first six ones. What is the first one? Listen, actively listen to other people, because no one wants to be listened in such a way that the other person is avoiding. So listen to them properly and then respond according to that. Second one, don't meddle, don't interfere, or you can say don't assume that the what the other person is trying to say. First listen, and rather than predicting, listen to them properly and then respond according to that. Then there is a better chance the other person will understand you in a better way. Interpreting the speaker, never do that, but sometimes if you think that it's necessary, go ahead. Fourth one, using you statement instead of I statement. Rather than talking about yourself, talk about your audience, their problems, their queries. Letting your emotion dictate your response. If you will become the master of emotions, you can conquer the world. That is, emotions are very powerful weapon if you use them in your communication. I would suggest you watch these two speakers, Zig Ziglar and or Zigzagler or Augmentneo. I don't know what the exact pronunciation, because these are not I don't know which kind of names they are, but they are really amazing speakers. There is a series, Great Success by Augmentneo. Listen to those series and get back to me. Your task is, your today's task is, you have to search about them. You have to listen to at least one video. I will share the link of videos, okay? मैं ग्रुप में इनकी वीडियोस का लिंक शेयर करूंगी. आपने देखना है कि किस तरह से ये दोनों सीन्स क्रिएट करते हैं, एंड इमोशनली both of these are emotional, you can say they have emotional mastery. So listen to them. Sixth one, failing to account for cultural differences in communication. So master your body language, master your non-verbal communication. That will save you if you are in a foreign country and you won't be able to understand the accent. Last one, misinterpreting the message. Okay, what do you think? What is this one, seventh point? Yes, Fahad, would you like to tell me what do you think? What is written in this point?
This is very important if we are sitting in a seminar and someone is on the stage and presenting some topics, a presentation on some specific topic. First of all, uh, we have to carefully understand what is he presenting, and we first of all we understand all the scenario and the background of this his presentation and his specific topic what he's presenting.
Good. Okay. Yeah, it's just like that. That the way you have explained. Yes, Hinesh, what you have understood?
I guess it's again the linked with the we should not jump into the end, and we should at least wait for the host or speaker should complete his message. Then we may assess what is the exact message.
Yeah, you are right. Actually, that's what they are trying to say. Both of you are correct. That rather than misinterpreting, paraphrase the message. That's really important to ensure that whatever you have understood, you have understood it correctly or not. Like you can say, you have just explained this thing. Am I getting it right? Then the speaker can say yes or no. Right? So there are certain ways to talk. So today we have discussed about that very short lesson regarding 7 points of communication skills. How can you master them? And if you are facing that kind of problems, how can you avoid them in your personal and professional life? Because nowadays we all are facing crisis in our personal lives also and professional lives also, right? So maybe these few things will be helpful to you. So any problem or any question that you want to discuss with me? Any question, any problem that you want to discuss with me? Yes, Fahad, you can unmute yourself.
Ma'am, basically, I want to improve my spoken in English because I started my professional career in sales field back in 2021. But I feel difficult when I try to speak. I felt that my mind is stuck, and there is a weak connection between my mind and my tongue. I would like to ask you that suggest me something which I can improve my spoken.
I would suggest you listen as much as you can. Listen to native English speakers. Okay? Like whenever you have 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 1 hour, just listen. And for 1 month, quit listening to any other language. That's the only solution. All the time, keep listening. Listen to the native speakers all the time. Second thing is description practice. Try to do description practice as many times as you want. When you will do description practice, then your brain will be tuned in English. Do this one consistently for 2 weeks and then get back to me with improvement, Fahad. Okay? Inshallah, it will be improved. Anything you want to ask, Hinesh? Anything? Or you want to discuss? Yes, you can unmute yourself, Hinesh, if you want to.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, actually, I guess you may have an idea. My main problem is the vocab. So if I stop to watch or like listen something, so I maybe communicate my message, but can't use some new words. So sometimes I feel like inferiority or like that. That why I'm not unable to use some advanced vocabulary like that.
Hmm. Okay, Hinesh. So the only solution to this problem is you can learn only one vocabulary word in one single day. In such a manner, for example, if you are learning one word today, for example, the word is communication. Go to the Cambridge Dictionary, okay? Only Cambridge Dictionary. Let me tell you why I'm suggesting this one. You can go to the Cambridge Dictionary, write down that word, understand the definition of that word. Okay, after understanding the definition, read some of the examples. Read some of the examples. Okay, when you will read the examples, your concept that how to use that word and which way to use that word will be very much clear. Okay, Hinesh? And after that, listen to the pronunciation. That's it. डेली बेसिस पर आपने सिर्फ एक वर्ड स्टडी करना है. ओके हिनेश, इसको एक बार प्रैक्टिस करके देखें. एंड नेक्स्ट वर्ड तब तक नहीं सीखना जब तक आपका पिछला वर्ड क्लियर नहीं हो जाता. यू डोंट नीड टू गो टू द नेक्स्ट वर्ड until you will become comfortable or confident enough that, yeah, now I have grip on this word. I don't need to recall this word anymore. Stick to the same word and then go to the next word when you think that, yeah, now I'm good with this word. Okay, Nilesh?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So that's a good session, the short session with you guys, with our grooming club members. Also, some of the members are not present, but it was really a good one with both of you, that my older students. So take great care of yourself. That's it for today. Hope to see you in the next session soon. And Allah Hafiz. And tell me what you want in the next session, which kind of topic you want to be discussed. So next session will be soon. Take care of yourself and Allah Hafiz.